behind.
Hey everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me as always is the Longlegs to my Shawshank Redemption, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me.
And we're going to say the Green Mile to my Shawshank Redemption, Nate Loucks.
Hey, that's me.
You know what? Fuck you.
Yeah, you're the Longlegs.
For making yourself Shawshank Redemption.
Well, I'm the best. I'm the best Stephen King
I'm also
adaptation.
scared of the dark, so
You're a
it works
TV
well.
movie, Brad. That's what I did to you.
bitch, I'm the Mist.
No, you're not. You're the Longlegs.
You could have done like I'm the Green Mile to his Green Book.
You're the cat's eye.
He didn't write Green Book.
I know, but that would
This
make
is-
him kind of a racist.
These are Stephen King novels, Nate.
No, I know, but that would
I'm
make
trying
him a racist.
very hard to make it me and you against Brad. You're making it very difficult.
No, but it would make him a racist and me awesome.
You're the cat's eye, Ben.
You're the cat's cradle.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. You almost said silver moon.
I did, yeah. As the cow jumps over
Little
it.
Boy Blue and the Man in the Moon.
There
No,
we
it's
go.
Ricky Schroeder in The Man on the Moon.
Ricky Schroeder and the Man.
Because he was in Silver Spoons. Do you remember that?
Now I've really lost the song.
Hey, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself,
Welcome to Hodgepodge Bullshit.
where we talk about
we
all
don't
these
know anything.
movies that we've seen, and we talk about some a trailer. And
Just one.
I brought a game, and Nate brought a game today. We have two games for you guys.
Yep.
And we're only going to play one.
Aw.
No, we're gonna play
No, we're
both.
gonna play both of them.
We're only got one trailer,
Oh.
and we're only talking about one movie we each.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it down to one movie, and it's not the
Here's
assigned
thing,
movie.
Here's the thing, Brett. People have been demanding on the channel, on the social channels. They've been demanding more. games.
Demanding more games.
I mean, you're not wrong. I know at least one person out there, Brian,
Which is our listener.
has been
our
wanting
listener.
more games.
Our listener Brian wants more games.
Loves the games.
But before we do that, Brad, did you bring a sponsor?
It's okay if you did.
it's okay if you didn't, buddy.
Sometimes it's feast or famine here.
I did, but I was told that somebody else brought a sponsor.
You're not wrong. I was in Omaha, Nebraska this weekend, and I went to the Hollywood Pinball and Arcade Museum, and it's a big candy shop, and they got a lot of other crazy shit. And I saw something that I thought, you know what? Let's have this be the sponsor on the podcast.
Uh-oh.
And it's not. I don't think it's not.
I don't
honestly,
think he's
nothing-
gonna buy crap.
It's nothing crazy.
Nope. It's Smarties.
It's nothing crazy.
Smarties.
It's nothing crazy. But don't
It's
look.
nerds.
It's those little pumpkin mellow creams.
Well, I'm gonna put my.
What's going on here for our listeners? Ben's
shuffling through a shopping bag like a grandmother who
Don't
just
look.
got back from the souvenir shop.
Don't look. I gotta open this thing.
What are you doing?
I'm opening.
Okay, but could you prepare for the podcast?
I had to open it first.
This is amateur hour.
So go ahead and reach in there.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Don't look. There you go.
I'm worried, though.
Don't look.
All right. I smelled the chip. It smells like a.
I smelled the
It
chip.
smells like a burnt smell or like a grilled smell.
It does have a it does smell like a grilled, like a steak seasoning almost.
Yeah. I'm gonna swirl it around the cup a little bit.
Okay, guys. It's disgusting.
There's a lot of flavor in these.
I would say a bold flavor.
It's good. I actually like this.
Well, guys, these are.
Hold on.
Stop with this crap. Hey, give me another. I want to try it. I gotta figure this out.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
All right.
I'm gonna guess. That,
I'm getting closer. I'm on the case.
I'm gonna guess that these are all dressed chips.
Nope.
Okay. Fuck me, I guess.
You just looked, Nate.
No, I didn't. I was
He
trying
did.
to
He
look.
did. He went like this. He went.
He tried.
He went up with it.
Are they steak chips?
It tastes like a steak chip.
These
but
are salt and vinegar, barbecue, onion, and garlic, and more.
Jesus Christ!
And
They're
they
delicious.
They are wrap snacks by Lil Baby.
No, I've seen wrap snacks
These
before.
are Lil Baby's wrap snacks.
Little babies wrap snacks.
Called the all-in flavor.
Yeah,
I-
that's.
I would eat a freaking bag of these.
That's
These are
they're not bad.
delicious.
Now that you say
Hold on. I'm reading the back of the bag. No matter what you're going through in life, remember, family is everything.
True.
Stay solid, stay woke, and take advantage of every opportunity that is provided to you because, like they say in life, nothing lasts forever. Lil Baby.
I've been saying
that's
that for
some wisdom
years.
from Lil Baby.
I've been saying that for years.
And what's your favorite Lil Baby memory?
Oh man, my favorite Lil Baby memory is when I was a little baby and I had these all-in chips
Yep.
and they were just delicious.
Yeah.
I don't
Lil
know who,
Baby or Da Baby.
No,
It's
it's Lil
Lil
Baby.
Baby.
I don't know who Lil Baby is, but he is clearly a rapper,
He's a rapper.
and he probably has a song called "All In." Maybe.
I don't
it's in
think
quotes.
I don't
We're
think
the
so.
freaking whitest people.
It says
in the world.
all in flavor.
I think so. There's a bunch of Rap Snacks chips.
Well, they had them all.
Yeah.
They had everything. So they had Snoop Dogg has his, Rick Ross has one.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
and they don't all have ties to their song titles.
this just
either.
looked like the most interesting to me. Salt and vinegar, barbecue, onion, garlic, and more.
Yeah, that's a surprising blend of flavors.
It's really good though. Actually, it's pretty robust.
I
liked it.
I could taste the vinegar, and I don't like salt and vinegar chips, so like that's the only off-putting part to me. But I like the rest of it.
I think it starts pretty strong with the vinegar, but it doesn't finish that way.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
I
Kinda like
I
my
get the
sex
vinegar.
life.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're very, very vanilla.
I start with the
It
vinegar.
starts strong. And
Yeah.
It starts and it hurts in my mouth.
Yeah.
And then it finishes with nothing.
It's smooth.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
All in is a flavor or is a song by DaBaby.
Well, there you go.
Little baby.
Or
No, Lil Baby.
Lil Baby. Sorry, yeah, Lil
It'd be
Baby.
weird if it was a Dub Baby song.
Yeah, it would be.
Yes.
So there we go. All in
Yes.
flavor by Lil Baby. So I'd like to extend my sincere thank you to Lil Baby for sponsoring today's podcast.
Yeah, thanks, Lil
We
Baby.
appreciate Lil Baby's check.
I heard he's
you
a
are
fan.
a tiny baby rapper.
You are a tiny infant, 6-pound, 8-ounce baby rapper. So anyway, guys, let's get right down to brass tacks here. I watched quite a few movies this week, which is a little surprising.
Me too,
But
fellas.
I'm going to start this week. I never start.
Nate, what's the last movie you saw?
Okay. So Nate, what is the last movie you saw, buddy?
No, you start, Ben.
Okay, I'm going to start this way. I don't really start all often. And you know why I'm going to start? Because I was able to text Nate last week and say, hey, buddy, I have an opportunity tonight to watch a movie pretty early in the week and I can get my assignment done. Go ahead and just shoot me that way. And you know what he did? He didn't.
Yeah, actually, Nate texted you back the next day.
He did. I got a text the very next
Okay,
day.
I don't like sit around my phone waiting for instructions from you of like, hey, I'm ready to do something.
No, but
Like,
you know
let
what?
me
But you know what me and Ben do? We respond to each other's friend texts.
I respond when I can.
Right, but like it seems like lately there's not a when I can. It's when you decide to.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right now.
Well, all I'm gonna say is, ever since you got a girlfriend, Nate, you've been a lot less active in the text thread, and you've been real quick to ignore when we're having friendly conversations.
Here's the thing: is what I prefer is when I come over here an hour before the podcast, and Ben and I get some alone time to talk.
It is kind of nice.
You know what I prefer? I prefer when people respond to text messages when they're directly addressed in said text message thread.
Okay, but you can't just say, "Give me a movie now. I'm ready to watch a movie." I've
be
got
fair-
stuff I'm doing.
To be fair, he did it at like 6:00, and you could have gotten back to him at 9. But instead, you chose 10 the next morning.
Okay, here's the problem, listeners. We have a list of films that is at least 1,000 films long.
True.
It's way more than that.
And we have to give a film that we enjoy to the other person that they have not seen yet that we have seen.
Nate, you gave me a movie 14 hours later, though.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's not that it's not that you didn't
That-
see the text. You know, it's like,
It's solid, but yeah, I was busy. I was busy.
Oh, hold on, guys. Sorry, we have a bunch of balloons that got loose in the studio.
so then you bring it back down here. So what you could have said is, hey, I'm busy, but I'll do it when I can. You know, just give me a little heads up.
Well, if you assume if I'm not responding, I'm busy.
Well, no, I also assume that maybe you just glossed over it and you didn't even see it because a lot of times, like, I just assume.
Why would you
maybe,
assume I didn't see it when I responded 14 hours later?
Well,
All right, so hold on.
For the first 13
Are
hours, though, I
you-
was like, I wonder if he's going to give me one. Do I remind him?
No,
So
you
hold
were
on.
doing
So
other
are you
stuff.
telling us that you didn't see that message until that morning?
No, I saw it.
Oh, okay.
No, I saw it.
That's what
I
I
just
thought.
couldn't get to it.
So I sent that message.
Sounds like you got to it.
I sent that message. Hey, Nate Dogg.
I got to it when I could get to it.
Hey, Nate Dogg, I'm heading home right now. If you want to throw me a movie real quick, and that was the reminder because I had requested earlier at like 6 p.m. and then at 9:30 I was like, hey, buddy, just checking in, and then just radio silence, and then so at 10:47 I texted the group. I said I chose the 2023 movie River Wild, which is a remake of the Meryl Streep Kevin Bacon movie from the 90s. Nate has mentioned this remake over and over again as a turning point in his own life when he felt like he was paddling up a river against a swift current. This movie was the only thing acting as a stalwart buoy in his life.
Yeah, no, that's true. I've heard that sermon.
By the way, I didn't read that text.
You didn't read that text?
Wow.
Okay, so then I'm going to continue because then Brad said, oh boy, haha, which is really
No,
funny.
he's like, ha ha ha.
And then I
oh,
said,
boy.
as you're
But
both
by
fully
the way,
aware. Hold on, no.
That's a lot of ha-has. He didn't find it funny.
He did.
No, I did actually. I thought it was really funny.
No,
As-
ha-ha. That's 4 ha-has.
That's how I know he finds it actually funny. Because otherwise he'd say, that's good. If it's just like, yeah, that's good.
No. If I think it's only mildly funny, I'll just do ha. Three highs. It's pretty dang good.
So then let me.
No, that was 4. That's 4. So that's freaking hilarious.
Four is really good.
So then my follow up was this was a good 3 minutes later. As you are both fully aware, I don't attend his church. However, parishioners have actually mentioned to me in passing that he often quotes from the script, and he does call it scripture, although I'm still not sure he knows what that means. For the river is bountiful, forks lie in wait, is what they mainly tell me. And I did look up the script, and that's actually not part of it, but I think it's best to just let that go. Now, Brad, to that, you indicated like you could respond with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You just put the ha-ha.
Yeah.
So you didn't actually respond ha-ha-ha-ha-ha.
I didn't want to be...
So was that a funnier laugh for you or no?
Did you laugh harder or less hard at
No,
that
so
one?
I also have kind of like a rule with myself that I don't like to be super repetitive with the way I respond to things. So like if I've already done a ha-ha-ha-ha-ha, then like I'll just do like a
that was 5 ha-has. You did a 4.
I'll just do a quick like icon ha-ha just to keep the fun going.
And then Thursday morning at 10:20 a.m. Ben, you've never seen Misery? So really a good recap of like all the fun we just had the night before. And just like, hey, sorry about that. Those are really funny jokes. You know, all that really, I was trying to do comedy for you a little bit.
Just real friendly banter from Nate.
Just and just a real gloss over. You know what I expect from you from now on, Nate? Just my dad's K. That's what I expect from now on is a fucking response.
But I did give you a good film.
You gave me a great film. So I'll pull up my notes app here, which I always use to document which movies I've watched.
You piece of shit.
What? What are you talking about?
Listeners,
I do it every week.
Listeners, let me tell you what Ben was going to do in order to keep track of the movies that he watched. He was going to write a text message to his girlfriend, not send it, but keep it in there so that he could reference it later, as opposed to using the notes app on his phone, which is what it was fucking meant for.
I just forget the Notes app exists.
Yeah, let's get mad at
what
Ben.
What are you, Ashley's kids now? I forgot.
I forgot. So I did. I watched The River Wild, which is the remake.
You actually did watch
I
the
did
remake?
watch it.
Wow.
I did watch it.
Oh, boy.
Taron Killam.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was him
Yeah.
because he's he's bulked up a little
And
bit.
he's playing Kevin Bacon.
He's not, though, at all.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh.
He's playing more of the John C. Reilly role.
Okay.
Because in the original, Kevin Bacon
Bad
and
guy.
John C. Reilly are the bad guys.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that John C. Reilly was the bad guy in the first one. Meryl Streep's hot in River Wild. Because you know what I did? I watched River Wild after I watched The River Wild.
Hell yeah.
Because I was like, well, let's see the source material here.
Wait, had you never seen the original
I had
River
never.
Wild?
I had
Oh,
never.
man. I saw...
Yeah, so I'm a little confused. You watched the original The River Wild, or you just watched...
I
No,
watched
he watched the
both.
remake, and then he watched the original.
Got
Yeah.
you, okay.
And it's fun to do that sometimes, obviously, to see obviously you try to do the remake after the original. So you can just kind of pick up on things. This was a little fun to watch the remake first, though, because then watching the other one, because I watched it directly after.
Yeah.
And it was just fun to see kind of like what
And you did that because you had enough time because Nate hadn't responded to your text message, right? Okay.
Yeah. And so I did that, and the original is obviously the better film.
Yeah.
But I will say there was some stuff in the remake that wasn't necessarily bad.
I had heard that there were some interesting things in the remake.
It was the dynamic between. So let's just call them Kevin Bacon and John C. Reilly's characters, okay? Because they still definitely have that dynamic. It's and Nate, would you look up the cast of The River Wild, the 2023?
Yeah,
and tell
I have
me
it right here.
it's Taron Killam, and then who's the other guy?
It's husband and wife team, Leighton Meester.
No.
Leighton Meester's the main character.
Oh, and Adam Brody.
Adam Brody.
There you go.
Adam Brody plays a great piece of shit. So he's out of jail, and he's took a job with a river guide with his friend, Taron Killam's character, and then there's an incident that happens, and he basically doesn't want to go back to jail. He thinks he's going to get blamed for it. Adam Brody's character does, and he goes, "You still got my back, bro." And it's very much a dynamic between those two characters. So it would be like if Kevin Bacon and John C. Reilly's characters were really at each other's throats and like not wanted. In the original, John C. Reilly's just the dopey kind of like go along guy, and Kevin Bacon is
okay, Kevin.
kind of. He's like, I don't want to hurt your kid, but I will. And so, it's just it's Timmy from Jurassic Park.
Joseph Mazzello, yeah.
Is Rourke.
The funny thing is, when I was a kid, I remember seeing Joseph Mazzello in the movie and having already seen Jurassic Park, and I wasn't super familiar with Meryl Streep because she's not necessarily making movies for kids.
Sure,
and
that's fair.
And I thought that
he was the star?
No, I thought it was Laura Dern
from
Jurassic Park. So I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
That's amazing.
By the way, I'm just figuring out that John C. Reilly was in films in 1994.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
That seems weird to me.
It does.
He was a consistently working character actor through the late 80s,
It
early
was
90s.
jarring
that
to
seems
see him.
odd to me.
It
Yeah.
was. No, it was so out of place for me because I'm like, this is a
You
very
kept on
famous...
saying John C. Reilly. I'm like, that can't be who
He's
that
in.
would be.
He's in Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's odd to me.
Yeah.
So the cast is amazing in the original, right? Of course, Kevin Bacon plays a great fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
Not really douchebag, just like a liar, manipulator.
Sounds like a douchebag.
I mean, yeah, but it's like he doesn't come off smarmy like in that way. He comes across like, oh, hey, I'm.
If
like,
someone lying to me and manipulating to me, they're a douchebag.
That's fair. So I think the scene that best describes what this guy is, this character is he gives Rourke $200 for his birthday after they just had barely met, and the dad was like, "That's too much money. You got to give it back." And Rourke's like, "No, you didn't even want to come on this trip." But it caused an argument, and the character of Wade, played by Kevin Bacon, he kind of softly looks at the dad figure and he goes, "Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I just was trying to make it better." And you can just tell,
Yeah.
like, fuck you, man. Like, but you can't call him out on it because technically he's right. I'm just trying to. It's a very, very slick character. Meryl Streep, though, again, gorgeous and wonderful and powerful. What a great performance she gave. I love River Wild is what that was.
It's been a while since I've seen it. I saw it the first time when I was a kid, and then I watched, I think, when I was like in high school or college, but I haven't seen it since.
Yeah, I think in the remake they kind of try to up the stakes a little bit. There's more murder and stuff like right off the bat. Murder. But yeah, if you're gonna pick between the two, watch the original.
Well, it's a good assignment, Nate.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. So then I watched the movie.
Nate's silence is very
telling.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll hear from him in about 14 hours and get his opinion.
Oh no, got him.
So I watched a movie with the boys and Ashley called Luck. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I've heard of this.
Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, it's way too long. It's a 2-hour kids movie. Yeah, it was crazy long, and they were all over the place. But
It's just called Luck.
Yeah, it's an Apple TV Plus original animated movie.
Oh yeah, 2022. Yep.
And the moral of the story is, if you have bad luck, it's to appreciate the good luck and blah blah blah. But
a real man makes his own luck.
It took 2 hours to get there, and it was a long journey. I paused it at one point, thinking it was almost over. We still had more than an hour left.
So not good luck.
Not good luck for Benny Boy, but the boys, they loved it. Cool.
You're gonna have a lot of fun taking kids to see bad movies.
Yeah, no, I get it. And then I watched my assignment. I watched Misery, which is what Brad. I got that movie for you.
That's true.
And I don't know why.
I say you'd never seen it, and you got it for Brad.
Yeah, I got it for Brad. No. I mean, like I got a physical copy of it. Oh yeah, because it wasn't streaming anywhere.
Yeah.
And we had just mentioned it, and so I bought the Blu-ray for you, I think, for like a birthday or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is now available for purchase because I bought it because that was the only way I could rent it. Thanks, Nate. Just really batting 1,000 over here for old Benny Boy. And Annie Wilkes, character of Annie Wilkes, played by Kathy Bates.
And you famously have a crush on.
Love Kathy Bates. Love me some Bates. I mean, I watched Psycho because I heard Bates Motel, and I was like, maybe she's naked in a motel room.
Yeah. Well, that's why you loved about Schmidt so much, because you were able to give yourself a nice hot dog handshake.
A nice hot. Did you just say that? Did you just come up with that just now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I know. That's good. I'm gonna take a minute. I like that one a lot. A little hot dog handshake. My hand would be the button. You're like making a corn dog. I like that. Anyway, I see, of course, why Kathy Bates won the Oscar for Best Actress. Mm-hmm. She is phenomenal. It reminds me of James McAvoy's performance in Split. Mm-hmm. She has a true split personality where she can turn it on and off. And her if you haven't seen Misery, James Caan plays a writer, very famous, very, very famous writer who always goes to the same resort in Colorado to finish his books. He gets in a car wreck. He wakes up in a woman's home, and she kind of Munchausen syndromes it, where she's
there's a big snowstorm because he can't
get out. And so she explains it, and he's fine with it at first. And she's got like 2 broken legs and stuff like that. And he's fucked up. But eventually, she realizes that he's going to be leaving when he gets better. So she is just keeping him against his will, and he starts to realize that as well. So much like the movie Titanic, you know what happens in Misery. Everybody in the zeitgeist knows she uses a sledgehammer, she breaks his ankles. That's part of the culture that we have. I was so interested in what the actual movie is about then, because obviously we know what happens, and it's such a more of a character study about these two. It's them two in the movie, and maybe a little bit of the sheriff. But realistically, it's a movie about two actors facing off with each other, and it was fantastic. And the scene is brutal and it's horrible. It's hard to watch, but I loved Kathy Bates in this. I thought she was phenomenal.
It's suspenseful too.
It is. Oh yeah, they play it very, very well. And then last but not least, I watched last night. I watched Twister because I went to the movies today and I saw Twisters.
Oh, a double Twister.
I saw Twisters as well.
Yeah. So,
hey, guess what, fellas? I saw Twisters.
Oh, so we got a Twister Sisters.
A Twister-thon.
A Thrister?
Ugh.
Oh, that's how. No, let's take that.
No,
Can we edit that out?
Don't do that.
Thrister is not a good. It's triple Twister. Thrister just sounds rough.
What are you in for? A thrister?
Yeah, pull the Thrister on a nun.
Oh,
You don't
worse.
don't do that to nuns.
It just gets worse.
So, do you guys want to talk about Twisters?
Sure.
Bet your fucking ass I do.
What'd you think, Brad?
Well, first of all, how do you guys feel about the original Twister?
So, Nate,
I haven't seen the original in probably 15 years.
Oh, really?
I did not rewatch it.
Man, I watch Twister
I remember,
once a year.
Oh, no, I remember watching it as a younger,
So before I forget, I want to mention this little anecdote. Friend of the pod, Luke Starkey, and I have a text message conversation about this movie, and he reminds me that his R.I.P. his mom, she's a lovely lady, but she basically hated Twister because of Helen Hunt's character.
That's right. Yeah.
And she had said, like, in that tank top, she knew what she was doing. And it's like the wardrobe department gives her this, and she's supposed to be like, no, I don't want to wear that. I know what it would say about me.
I mean, to be fair, she does have a choice.
In the wardrobe?
Yeah, the actors can absolutely have a say in what their wardrobe is. It's not like they're forced to wear whatever the costume designer decides.
Luke, then I apologize because I said, yeah, that's not like she can just push back and be like, I don't want to wear that.
No,
like,
she absolutely can.
You're not gonna be. No, I don't want. Well, he's the raincoat killer. Yeah, I don't want to wear a raincoat.
Typically,
I'm not wearing that raincoat.
Typically, the wardrobe department comes up with multiple options and presents them to the filmmaker and the star, and they have conversations. They figure out what works best for the character.
But let's be honest, it's Helen Hunt, known for her seductive dress.
That is true.
It's very true.
Yeah. She was doing a lot of tank top and rainwear in these days.
So, Luke, I do apologize. She could have said no. It was Helen Hunt's fault.
However, I will say though, even though she is wearing tank tops throughout the movie and there are rainstorms, it's not as if
they don't play it like
that. You're not getting gratuitous nipple through
got
the
more
tank
gratuitous.
top.
Brad would remember.
Oh, so would Ben. You got more gratuitous with Glenn Powell in a white T-shirt in the rain.
Oh yeah,
than you did.
100%.
Nobody complains
and
about
I did
that.
not complain about that at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, no, I just watched it last night. Obviously, the violence of the storm and the aftermath is the thing that really sticks out to me after watching it very recently.
Mm-hmm.
They really did a good job of rolling into town after the storms had passed and see the devastation and stuff like that. It wasn't as I want to say saccharine as I remember it.
When's the last time you had seen it?
Oh, I don't know, probably 5 years.
Okay.
But I remember as a kid thinking it was terrifying. The rattling of the the saw type.
They do
devices.
a great job with the sound.
Yeah. But yeah, and so I made sure that my subwoofer and my surround sound was working because I wanted to hear that last night, and it was great. The sound still holds up. Obviously, it's a Twister's a good movie. It's a fun summer blockbuster disaster film.
It's a bit of a silly movie.
Yeah.
but it's done in a very entertaining way.
Yeah, and the cast is wonderful. Philip Seymour Hoffman and Carrie Elways, and it's just great.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Twisters.
Yeah.
Nate. Well, Nate, what do you like Twister, right?
I
from
really
what
like
you remember.
Twister. Yeah, from what I remember, I really like Twister. It terrified me at times
Sure.
because, again, it's supposed to. It's not a horror movie, but it's a disaster film, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so you're supposed to get a little bit anxious about what's happening. But no, I loved it, and I was excited about seeing this. And I took our guest of the podcast, son Finley, and we went and loved every minute of it.
Hell yeah.
It was so much fun.
It was so solid.
This cast was so charismatic and fun. The chemistry between the two main actors.
Where is she from?
So she's her biggest role most recently was an adaptation of Where the Crawdads Sing.
Okay.
And then she was also in. Did you watch the movie Fresh on Hulu with Sebastian Stan?
No, I did not.
Well, you should because it's great, and she plays the female lead in it.
What's
as well.
that about?
It is about a woman who gets kidnapped by Sebastian Stan, and that's all I'll tell you because
Okay.
it's a lot more fun to find out what happens next.
Fair enough.
I'll also give you another suggestion. She was in a mini-series called Under the Banner of Heaven with Andrew Garfield.
Oh, right, on FX.
And that's fantastic. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a crime thriller set
Yep.
in, I'll just say Mormontown.
She seems to be an actress on the rise, right?
Yes, absolutely. And this will definitely help. And of course, Glenn Powell is already pretty big, but he's getting even bigger after Top Gun Maverick and Anyone But You.
He's showing that he's a leading man.
He's got it.
Oh,
He's got
100%.
it.
got it.
The
Yeah.
man is dripping with the Riz, as the kids say.
And he's not. What's interesting about him is he's not like 25, right? He's
No.
been in the game for quite a while.
He is in Spy Kids 3D. I'm not joking. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
With John C. Reilly?
I don't think John C. Reilly. I would believe it, but I don't think he is. But no, Glenn Powell.
Antonio Banderas.
Mm-hmm. But I also love Twisters. It's just a blast, you know.
It is everything a summer blockbuster should be.
Yeah,
right?
100%. I love they put a little bit of a spin on the storm chasing team dynamic. It adds a little bit more intrigue to the plot, even though it's pretty similar. Honestly, the movie comes close to being more of a remake than a sequel. It hits similar beats, has similar characters and story structure
They're
and whatnot.
telling a lot of they're doing it. There's two highways running side by side here.
Yeah.
And they're both on the way to some awesome fucking tornadoes.
And yeah, the effects are incredible in this movie. They really are. I was super impressed by how well they recreated storms and like the stuff they do, especially with in the final act. It looks amazing. They did a great job.
And they with films like this, you don't want too much emotional resonance because you want it to be a summer blockbuster. But the director and the writers did a great job of feeling enough emotional resonance where you connect to the characters.
Yeah.
You connect to the story.
Well, and you always like to...
And you're interested in what happens, right?
Exactly. You always want to watch a film like this and take it for what it's worth, right? So you're like, okay, this is a fun, popcorny action blockbuster.
Yep.
But then it's okay that every once in a while you're watching it, oh, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And there were a few things, nothing mind-blowing.
No, but
enough of a
nice little touch.
A character turn
Yeah.
where you're like, oh, I wasn't what I thought. I like stuff like that.
Now, you guys aren't as involved in the movie news scene as I am.
How dare you? We've talked about
Son
this.
of
You
a
son of a bitch.
So I wanted to ask, were you at all expecting and then ultimately disappointed by the fact that there's no actual connective tissue to the original Twister?
No, I didn't care.
No, I was looking for it. I thought that when
I wasn't.
I thought when the mom came in, it was going to be maybe
Helen Hunt.
Helen Hunt
Same.
or something like that.
No, I was actually glad they didn't.
I'm
do
so
that.
glad they didn't.
So I initially was thinking that I was kind of wondering if they were going to be able to hide it because it had been reported that they weren't able to get her back. Helen Hunt actually originally wanted to direct her own Twister sequel. And they had a whole idea to do something that was tied.
But she
to
didn't want to wear the shirt.
It was like it was gonna have David Diggs and Raphael Cassell from Blind Spotting in it. It was gonna be like involve a team from a historically black college, and she was like, and we were developing at this time when like diversity was like really popular, but we couldn't get a meeting to like make it happen. It's like, well, that's disappointing. But so I actually wondered if that role that Maura Tierney plays maybe was they hoped like,
of course.
well, let's see if we can get it. But the director Lee Isaac Chung actually did an interview, and he's like, no, I actually never thought about her for that role. He's like, because if I wanted Joe Harding back in a Twisters movie,
She would have been in it.
and I wouldn't want her doing that. Like, there's no
Right.
reason for me to put
Sorry.
her on a farm.
She would have been in it, meaning she would have
Right.
been in it.
He's like, I don't want her being on a farm and like wondering why her daughter's not calling her.
Right.
Like, I would
Part
still want to see
of
her
the
out
action,
there,
yeah,
you know.
of course.
And so when he said that, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I like that, and that makes sense. So but it does it's one of those things where it's like it easily feels like they could have fit Helen Hunt into that role.
So, you talked about Misery earlier, and that was the first film I ever remember Kathy Bates in. And so I've had an uncomfortable relationship with Kathy Bates ever since. Right? I'm not kidding you. Kathy Bates makes me nervous every time I see her film. And now, David Corenswet.
Yes.
Is this the first film I've ever seen him in? And I know he's going to be the Superman. He's going to be Superman. And I'm going to dislike him now.
Oh, I was like, this is dollar store Henry Cavill.
So what's funny is I didn't realize that that was David Corenswet in this movie. And I kept thinking, I was like, man, he looks a lot like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I'm not joking. I thought the same thing.
And then we did, on Slash, when we did a story, because the director talked about how he got to see a little bit of what like David Corenswet is going to bring to Superman because he was auditioning while they were shooting that movie. And he's like, every now and then I saw a little bit of Superman and a little bit of Clark Kent because I knew what he was doing for the audition. And so like it's just really funny that like
so in the movie he plays kind of just not an asshole really, but just kind of like
kind of is
a little bit of a slight bit of a dick, a little pompous.
He reminds me of the Winklevoss twins in Social Network.
Yeah, he graduated from MIT. He's a storm chaser, but maybe not.
Cares about the money. Cares about the progress. Cares. It's
cocky.
Yeah, cocky. Yep.
Yeah, and so it was I don't know. Knowing all that now makes sense, but like watching the movie, that was the one character that I was like, it looks like they're trying to give him more to do, and they didn't because like they introduced the character.
I think for the kind of character he was, he had just enough to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I agree, Ben.
I don't know.
There may have been another layer they could have given him, and with the relationship with Anthony Ramos, that could have been a little bit.
They introduced that a little bit more, like that could have been a little bit more developed as a eventual rivalry or something like that, but they just didn't really give it any teeth.
A couple other thoughts. It was interesting to see Maura Tierney as Tierney, I think. Somebody that I had a crush on probably in the 90s.
Oh, sure.
Being an older mom now. Right?
Oh, yeah, but I was still like, she could get it. Like she's
like almost 60, but I'm like,
no.
Nate hasn't seen Iron Claw yet, huh?
I don't know if I did. Yeah,
buddy.
Is she look great in there?
Well, she plays the mom. I mean,
the other one that
calm down.
Yeah.
The other one that I had a hard time with that I thought was odd to me was Paul Scheer in this.
Okay, so
that just made me like. Does he know
what
somebody?
is that?
Like,
that's a cameo.
Did you feel like that cameo made no sense to me?
Well, first of all, I don't think Paul Scheer's, forgive me, famous enough to have a cameo.
No,
in Twisters.
no. That's not.
It's just a fun bit part.
Nope. I disagree. I think that he is famous enough.
Because I go, is that Paul Scheer?
Like, why is Paul Scheer in this? Like, honestly, it was too much.
I was fine with it.
No, it seemed odd to me.
So it's a choice to cast somebody that famous to play that bit part.
Agreed.
So that's a cameo.
For 85%,
but the cameo made no sense to me.
For 85% of people out there, they do not know who Paul Scheer is.
But why? So why cast him in that bit part instead of anybody else? Though that's the thing.
Why pay Paul Scheer?
He had to audition for that.
I guarantee. I mean, maybe because
no way.
Paul Scheer is the kind of person who still has to audition. Man, you have no. Let me explain to you something, guys. About
he gets to audition not for that role.
Yeah, exactly. The guy that gives 2 lines.
Let me explain something to you about Hollywood, because there's this inflated sense of that just because you are familiar with somebody, they are famous, they don't audition or anything like that. People at Paul Scheer's level have to audition for roles all the time, especially for roles.
He doesn't even have a name. He's at airport traffic police.
Especially for bit parts in blockbuster movies. Now, in this case,
disagree.
In this case, I wouldn't be surprised if he is like friends with Lee Isaac Chung or something like that, or somebody else.
And the reason that I'm going to use your own logic against you here is because if 15% of the people do know him and would be jarred by that, they wouldn't hire him for that, because like that's not true at all. They should have just a character actor in there then instead.
That's not true at all, because if that many people don't care or don't know, then it's not going to hurt anything, especially such a minor role like that.
I mean, but Nate and I were, and Luke was even like, "Why? That's so weird. Why is he in it?"
Yeah, because you guys know who he is.
Yeah, but so many people know who he is.
Yeah, exactly. A ton of people do.
It was
no
weird.
one cares the way that you do, though.
I'm going to tell you right now that it's a cameo, not a role.
No,
it is a cameo. By the way, it's listed
Boom!
as a cameo.
By who?
Boom.
Wikipedia.
Boom.
Yeah. Oh, Wikipedia.
Boom.
That's your big evidence. Yep.
Yeah.
Screen Rant even has an article called Paul Scheer's.
Hold on, Nate, hold on 1 second. Shut the fuck up. Don't bring up Screen Rant on this fucking podcast. Screen Rant is run by a shitty fucking conglomerate company that underpays its employees and that places a fucking content farm. Fuck Screen Rant and don't ever mention them on this podcast again. And that's genuine disdain for Screen Rant.
Ben over here.
Yeah.
If you mention Screen Rant, the podcast is getting shut
Brad,
down.
We're not talking to you.
No,
Don't bring it. Don't mention Screen Rant. Don't say it. Don't say it.
We're just.
I've already said it enough. We've already got a Beetlejuice situation on our hands.
We're talking alone over here, real quick. What's up, Nate?
Do you want me to read you the article?
A little bit.
Okay, Nate. What's the last movie you saw, buddy?
So it's a cameo. He's just mad that it's a cameo and he can't admit it.
It's not a cameo.
it is a
You know how
cameo.
many times people misuse the word cameo? You have to be a certain level of famous to make a cameo.
He is
He
famous.
is famous.
He is famous.
I said a certain level.
He's
That-
at
he
that
is
level.
famous.
He's
Yeah,
at that
he is
level.
not in that
famous.
role. That's not
Yep.
a cameo.
Well, Paul, I'm sorry, buddy, that your friend Brad Oman doesn't think you're famous enough to land a cameo in Twisters. I think that you do. Brad and I met him backstage at a show. He was so polite. Him and Jason Mantzoukas and June Dye and Raphael, they were sweethearts. They didn't need to say hi to us, but Brad and I talked. We talked about the Han Solo film with them in Chicago backstage. They were sweethearts eating pizza. They were lovely. And how dare you tell me that Paul Scheer is not famous enough to have a cameo in Twisters? You go to hell.
wow.
By the way,
I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry.
Paul Scheer tweeted out, "Fun movie fact: I'm the only actor in both Twister films."
And that's not true.
But I love that tweet. I love that tweet.
Now I think it's true.
Yeah,
You just believe everything you hear.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Screen Rant said it.
What's Scran Rant?
It's Anne Rand's brother.
Screen Rant.
Scran Rand. Hey, Nate, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
Did Paul Scheer make a cameo in it?
No, I did see a film called Twisters. If you guys want to talk about,
Oh, okay. So he wasn't listening to the part of the podcast, though.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty common.
I also saw another film given to me by my friend Brad on time. Thanks, Ben.
Son of a bitch.
He got you on
Wow.
that one.
Wow.
Given to me, it was a 1997.
Hey, Brad, you titled these episodes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Can you title this one 14 hours later?
That's pretty good.
No way, didn't get that.
We'll see, though. A lot of time left.
A film by Robert Zemeckis. Did you give this film to me because you liked the dialogue between science and faith and thought that I might find it a little bit compelling?
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a big reason I was excited to give it to you.
Yeah.
Polar Express?
So instead of Helen Hunt, this stars another 90s star,
Welcome to Marwin?
Jodie Foster. And you know what? Jodie Foster, where you been?
She's still around. She
Directing.
was just in a movie.
I know, but she's not been in a ton.
She's directing now.
She's a great actor.
She does
Actress.
direct a lot. She actually she was in the most recent iteration of True Detective that was apparently pretty good. True Detective Night Country. And she's in a movie called Naiad about Annette Bening as a swimmer.
I figured you gave this movie to me for two reasons.
What movie?
Contact.
Oh, okay, yeah. You should say the title of the film.
1997.
He was doing a long lead, slow build up.
I figured you gave me this film for two reasons. A, the science and faith, the atheist. Jodie Foster plays a doctor, a scientist that is looking for aliens. She has this ongoing conversation with Matthew McConaughey as well, like who is a philosopher, I think, right? Philosopher?
I think he's also like a consultant to the government about.
Yeah,
like,
but I think
like,
his PhD is in philosophy. I think
Yeah.
he mentions, but also other things about doubt, about religion, about faith, about is there something else out there, right? Be it God, be it aliens, be it like you have people that are constantly looking for something, right?
Mhm.
Is this existence all we have? And now, Brad, you also know I don't love space movies.
That's true.
It's actually, by now, famously, you don't like space
I
movies.
don't, because they terrify me. Because again, the thought of space and the idea that space goes forever, infinity terrifies me, and so space movies just kind of give
I think
me
that's
an
why-
existential crisis.
I think that's why you believe in God, because you just think that there's got to be a guy up there to catch you.
Yep.
If you were to float away as an astronaut, you just need a warm bosom to land in.
But there's one other reason I believe that Brad gave me this film. Do you know
Okay.
what it is? Think. It
Be-
stars somebody else that he knows I love.
See, I haven't seen the movie in a long time.
A guy named Tom Skerritt.
Tom Skerritt, and we all know that you love.
I love a
Tom
good
Skerritt.
Tom Skerritt film, and so
And you also really enjoy asking people if they
yeah, you guys,
enjoy.
love, you guys,
Do you guys enjoy Tom Skerritt?
You know what? I know for a fact now. Brad loves Tom Skerritt
Yeah.
because he gave me Alien, I think.
Yep.
And he also now the second film he gave me after Alien was Contact, another Tom Skerritt film.
No, of course.
And so this film, again, is about science, doubt. It's about Jodie Foster is looking for aliens, find them. Spoiler alert. And can we talk a little bit about the ending?
Sure.
Did you like the ending of
this
this film?
30 years ago.
Yeah. What did you think of the ending of this film?
No, I love the ending because I like the intrigue that it creates.
There's a lot of controversy about this ending, correct?
No, because I like the feeling that you get when you have something where like you're left like oh shit, because the big thing is that after they receive a signal that seems to have come from somewhere, they figure out that buried within the signal are these plans to build a machine that will allow them to travel across space to where these beings are from. And so Jodie Foster is the one who ends up taking the machine after some hiccups,
through a wormhole.
Yeah, through a wormhole. And she goes and she has this experience and she comes back. And there's a whole government analysis of what happened and everything, and no one believes that she saw anything. All the recording equipment they had recorded nothing but static. And at the very end, when James Woods, who's a politician, is talking to Angela Bassett, who is also overseeing the program, what is said is the intriguing thing I find about this is not that they recorded static, but that they recorded 18 hours of static when she was only apparently gone for just a split second that the machine dropped her, quote unquote, through the wormhole, which implies that something did actually happen, but they just can't see for whatever reason.
So what I liked about this film, and actually I was reading some reviews of this film, and Roger Ebert, who I love, talks about this film ruined Independence Day for him, because this is a film, a space film, an alien film, that makes you think.
Yeah.
Right? And it entertains. There's elements of blockbuster types of fun in this film as well. Space travel, these kind of things. Going to a different world. But it also makes you think in a way that's philosophical, existential, and I love films like this. And so I really actually loved this film. I thought it was fantastic. And I like Independence Day too, so I don't share that with Robert or Roger Ebert. I love Independence Day, but I get what he's saying. Film, when it's done so well, can entertain and also make you think.
Yeah,
and I believe Contact does that.
100%. There's also I don't know, I won't say famously, but at least among the film Twitter circle who have talked about it online, there is one particularly incredible shot that is pulled off so well.
The mirror shot.
Yeah, that you don't even realize how cool of a shot it is.
Don't know how they did it.
Yeah, there's a whole explanation about it online. The explanation in itself is extremely confusing.
This is also before a lot of digital,
yeah,
right? I mean, wasn't this a shot with physical cameras and everything, right?
Yeah.
This isn't they CGI'd out,
right? Exactly. Yeah, it's you have to see it to really understand it, because if I were to try to explain it, you would just be confused.
Yeah.
But just go you search Contact mirror scene. They'll show you the shot, and then there's an explanation somewhere out there about how they did it, and it's incredible.
No, it's truly amazing cinematography there. Yep.
Yeah.
Wonderful shot. Also, this film was the story was by Carl Sagan, which I thought was really interesting. Really, really well done. I loved this film. I did not see it when it came out, but I'm glad I did now.
Awesome. I love it when a plan comes together.
So thanks for giving me a movie on time.
Did you watch? Nice. Did you watch anything else?
I don't think I did. I've been watching a lot of.
What was happening? He's just being a dipshit. He's like,
you told me to watch it.
I fucking.
You told me to watch the mirror scene.
I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna kick you in the nuts.
No, it's a tricky mirror scene.
I don't think he's seen this film.
Well, I don't get it.
Anybody that's seen this film knows this.
All right, the bit's
it's
over.
A girl running. Oh.
You dipshit.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay.
I hate you so much.
I know. Thanks for letting me look that up.
I've been watching a lot of the Olympics coverage. Are you guys into the Olympics at all?
No.
Yes.
Are you?
I'm not joking at all.
Yeah,
so love the Olympics.
My film watching is going to be diminished.
I created.
Oh, hey, no. Guess what? No, it's not.
I watched it. I created an entire arcade Olympics that's happening the first.
That's
through the
not
fourth.
the same thing.
No,
though.
because I get excited for the Olympics.
Oh, so, I made a toilet Olympics.
There's
no, you didn't.
All right, you got me.
There's one film though.
Hold on, Nate. Okay.
There's one
Nate,
film though
continue.
that I'm gonna break my Olympics watching for. It is called Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah,
Do
buddy.
you know of anybody that's seen this film?
You know what? I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
What have you seen anything else? Is that it?
No, that's
All right, Brad.
what's up, bud?
No, I haven't seen any movies. So
Oh, you got a game, Nate?
Yeah, I got a game.
All right. Games times with Brad and Ben, and Nate's here till the very end.
I saw Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
And I want to talk about it.
All right, guys.
Buckle up. Here's all
Here's
the
all
spoilers.
No,
Taylor Swift, major star.
Travis Kelce killed.
Okay, here's not a spoiler. Taylor Swift's not in the movie.
That's a spoiler in and of itself. Don't tell me who's not in the movie.
There was a lot of talk about.
Don't tell
her
me who's not in the
maybe
movie.
being in the film.
Garth Brooks isn't in it.
Chris Gaines is?
There you go.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
He's a serial killer.
Joe Biden.
Joe Rogan
Okay.
Oh, okay.
as Joe Biden.
Now we're talking.
I often get them confused.
No.
I often get them confused.
So Deadpool Wolverine. I went to the
that
press
was
screening.
by the way, that was my Jiminy Glick. I often get them confused.
That was pretty good. I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine last night at a press screening in Chicago.
Who'd you take with you, by the way?
Friend of the pod, Charlie Young, came with me.
Because you didn't invite Ben.
Didn't invite me
well,
or Nate.
it wasn't your turn.
He'll invite you to some really serious film.
Hey,
I'll have you know
that. Ben, do you have time? I'm going to a press screening where the Crawdads Sing 2.
I'll have you know that Ben was invited to Furiosa, and he didn't come because he was sick.
You didn't have
That's true. I mean,
My body's broken. I can't go see a movie.
Brett, he almost died that day.
yeah.
First of all, he almost dies every day.
My girlfriend tells me that I basically don't breathe at night.
Yeah, I saw Deadpool Wolverine. The embargo is up, so I can talk about it. And I'm not going to say any spoilers, so don't worry about that.
You
But
can. It's fine.
no, I
kinda wanna know.
I loved this movie. It is the funniest movie in the franchise. It is.
Whoa! It's the funniest of the 3 Deadpool movies?
Or just in Marvel's Cinematic Universe.
Well, I mean, those are the same thing, buddy.
No, I mean...
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
No, it wasn't
Yeah, I'm
the
going to take
same.
that back. I'm going to take that back. Because the
Technically-
first 2 Deadpools
technically-
were not in the MCU.
and
I get
It
that.
could go against the
And
Thor
technically
Ragnarok.
now it's the same thing. And yeah, it could dance with Thor Ragnarok. It is, I think, funnier than Thor Ragnarok. I do think it's funnier than the first 2 Deadpool movies.
Wow.
Hugh Jackman is not phoning it in here. He is all in. He just gives it, and he's fantastic in this movie. He gives it plenty of heart. There are a lot of really fun cameos in this movie.
Sure.
Some that you will not be expecting, and they will absolutely blow your fucking mind.
Awesome.
It is. I will say it does suffer.
Is this Kevin Feige calling in favors
No, I
for
think
cameos?
no, I don't. I mean, not necessarily because he wouldn't. He would have some sway to make it happen, but I think it's just what they do in this movie is it's the kind of thing that you want to be a part of, especially if you you'll understand what I mean. When
So
you
it's
see it.
more than the multiverse of madness X-Men kind of lip service cameos.
Correct.
So it's more impactful than that.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun than that.
Okay.
And
Because those were silly and I liked them.
yeah, and there's some silliness with these ones too, but they do serve a purpose in the story. I will say the one thing the movie does suffer from, or
Here we go.
technically it's a couple things.
Here we go, Nate.
Is
And
it,
then I said...
And then here's Nitpick. Hey, come on down to Nitpicky Brad's Corner. Nitpicky Brad's Corner, sponsored
And
by
then there was this
Dicks.
one guy that said this.
it's funny that Nate is able to say things like, "Oh, it was okay," when it's one of the greatest films of all time, but then he's like, "Oh, nitpicky Nancy, oh."
You
Fuck
know what?
you.
You are Nitpicky Nancy.
You are.
Nitpicky Nancy. That's your new name. Hey,
Nancy.
hey, Nancy.
What's up, Nancy?
Hey, Nitpicky Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy.
You guys are just pissed that you can't see Deadpool and Wolverine yet.
Yeah, I am.
A little bit. Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Freaking Charlie.
The
Oh, Young, you're dead to me. I see you in public. It's on. I'm not gonna give you the.
Charlie Young. We
got
issues.
that? You got that?
We got
dipshit?
issues.
What's
We
up?
got issues,
What are you doing,
son?
Stuttering Stanley?
Oh,
What aren't you gonna give him, huh?
I brought-
Butterfingers?
Brought him something back from Omaha.
Fucking idiot. The movie does suffer from the same shortcomings that most Marvel movies have had issues with. The villain is not particularly strong, and their motivations are okay. And there are some story things that are like, that doesn't entirely make sense, and I don't know why that's happening. But everything else that is happening is so much fun, and the movie is so entertaining that like it didn't really bother me.
Probably because Ryan Reynolds famously paid out of pocket to have the screenwriters on set for the first Deadpool, and now he's like, I need that money, so no screenwriters allowed on the set.
No, it's that's really I think honestly the reason is because this one is bigger in scope than the other two Deadpool movies.
And it kind of has to be because they're joining the MCU, so there's a lot more going on.
Exactly. So it's not a perfect movie by any means, and I it's one of those things where like the narrative is more of an excuse to make certain things happen, and everything else is so satisfying and entertaining, and
it doesn't matter.
I was totally fine with it.
Cool.
I'm curious to see how it holds up on a second viewing, just to see if like, because when you're seeing a movie for the first time like this, there's a certain like charge in like your serotonin and like the excitement and like seeing it for the first time. And then once that goes away,
yeah, you just really want to do it a second time to just shit on it, you know?
No,
just to make sure that any joy, any happiness that I had, let's just wring that out so I can give it a real.
I want to find all the things
really
I should hate about it.
Just like let's go black and white with this thing and just make sure that I take the joy out of life.
They're not doing a black and white cut of this movie. Actually, it's going to be cut
by the way,
all the time.
I'm a little shocked at the Rotten Tomatoes rating so far. It's only 79%, and most of the things I've seen on Twitter have been super positive.
It's there are some people who like where the reactions is they. I think for whatever reason, some people aren't necessarily on Deadpool's wavelength. There are even some people who did enjoy the first two Deadpools that feel like this one just doesn't deliver in the same way. The guy who reviewed it for Slash Film, Chris Evangelista, who he can occasionally be picky about certain superhero movies, and he's not quite as lenient as like someone like me or something like that. He didn't think it was particularly funny, and didn't think Sean Levy didn't necessarily did a good job as a director as far as making it visually interesting. And I do see the visual aspect of it. I just completely disagree with the comedic aspect, obviously, because it's not shot as well as like something like Deadpool 2, where David Leitch is an incredible action filmmaker, and not only are the action scenes cool as far as the choreography is concerned, they are cinematically pleasing as well.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I loved about that film.
Yeah, and Sean Levy is not necessarily as adept at shooting action sequences. The fights themselves are still very good, but they're not necessarily shot.
But they don't
in the
have
most...
like huge car crash scenes and like these big set pieces.
They're still big set pieces, but it's just like
it's just a wide shot. The whole thing.
You'll understand. I think what I mean when you see it is it's just not shot in a visually dynamic way.
You know what? Despite that, I'm still gonna see it.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It is just a lot of fun. I had an amazing time watching it. I plenty of times where I was laughing and excited and just and
I can't wait.
It's a very good time at the movie. So make sure you see it as soon as possible, especially because there's a lot of things that can be spoiled for you.
Sure.
So it's one that you want to see as soon as you can.
What else did you see?
I forgot to mention this last week actually.
Well, we're out of time. We're out of time.
And
nope. You forgot last week. You lost the chance.
You're so ugly.
I saw Ghostbusters Afterlife like 3 weeks ago, and I forgot to tell you about
Let's talk about it.
Hey, guess what? It sucks, so no one cares.
Yeah, it was not good.
But you know what I did see that was great? Longlegs.
Ooh, Daddy.
Longlegs. Mommy! Daddy! Nicolas Cage does that in the movie, and it's creepy.
Wow.
This movie is fantastic. I don't want to oversell it because the marketing's already kind of doing that, and it might make your
best horror movie in decades.
Yeah, and it's not because it's not good, but it's just it's hyping it up too much because there's comparisons to Silence of the Lambs, and Silence of the Lambs is one of the greatest crime thrillers of all time. And you should go in expecting that it is a movie that is very similar to Silence of the Lambs in structure and the story it's telling and that kind of thing.
It's not fava beans.
It's not quite as good
Less Chianti.
as good as Silence of the Lambs, but Micah Monroe is fantastic in it. She's from It Follows, and she was also in Independence Day Resurgence, if you're looking for a more mainstream movie that you might recognize her from. And it's a movie where she's an FBI agent, and there's a serial killer at large, and they're trying to figure out what their deal is and how to find them and all that jazz. But there is an
and all that jazz.
There is an interesting plot, like twist, I guess you could say, that like makes it different from Silence of the Lambs, and that's largely why I ended up like digging it. You know, accepting that even though it's not as good as Silence of the Lambs, it does something different with that style of movie.
Was she a big fat person?
Oh wait, was she a big fat person? But it's awesome. Nicolas Cage is fantastic, and he's doing a very Nicolas Cage creep fest performance.
I used to play for the Buffalo Bills. That's what he says in that movie.
Yeah, I remember when he said that.
Fuck you.
But if you haven't seen Longlegs, it's doing very well at the box office for a low budget horror movie.
Yeah.
And it's got legs for days.
We'll see how long they are. Coming up next on Gene Shalett's Shitcast.
That's not what his podcast would be called. I also watched a movie that was assigned to me by Ben. Ben, let me ask you, when's the last time you saw this movie that you assigned me?
You'll have to remind me what it was.
Oh, good. I got one of those lazy Ben assignments where it's like, oh, yeah, I've seen this. I don't remember shit about it.
That's the thing.
Brad ought to like it.
I might take a little time to give you the assignment,
Listen,
but I
no,
think about it. I pray about it.
Oh, hold
and then I get back
on,
to you.
Nate. This isn't time for you to dig out of your hole.
I gave this movie to you like a week ago when I was supposed to, so it's been a week.
Oh,
so
it's
I'm
cool.
sorry.
You've drank a lot since then, I
I
guess.
slept a lot. Not really. Drank a lot. Sure.
One of those is true.
Traveled with children. It was a lot.
Old stepdad Ben.
Old stepdaddy Ben. Stepdaddy Longlegs.
So,
Old gorilla hands Ben.
But seriously, what is the film?
Summer of Sam.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I remember really liking this film.
Okay. When's the last time you saw it?
When it came out.
In 1998?
Yeah.
99.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in
Spike
high
Lee
school.
film.
Spike
right?
Lee, yeah.
Thanks.
No, not good?
No. It's pretty good.
Fuck you then. What was this whole
I
lead
mean, it
up?
only has a 50%
What was this whole lead up
Did you say
then?
50 or 15?
50.
What's
Okay.
this whole lead up then? You're acting like oh, when's the last time you saw this? It's a piece of shit. And then like, no, that's pretty good.
No, it's because it's
Who
not.
are you right now?
It's not a movie that I ever would have anticipated that you would have enjoyed very much.
It's a slow burn.
It is a slow burn.
Yeah.
It's I was expecting this to be much more ingrained in the killings that David Berkowitz perpetrated during this time in what is called the Summer
so
of Sam.
you think because it's me giving it to you, it's going to be some action-packed schlockfest?
No, I didn't think it was gonna be action.
Because I'm a piece of shit and I don't like any nuance in my movies.
First of all-
okay, fine. You know what? Sometimes I like art.
First of all, I wouldn't have expected a movie about David Berkowitz to be an action-packed schlockfest. But I did expect it to be more so directly about the murders. But instead, because it's a Spike Lee movie, it's actually focuses on characters who are essentially just living out their life of the 70s.
During a huge blackout.
Well, not a blackout, but just the
Power outage, right? Was that a big part of it?
There's one part where there's a power outage, but it's not.
Oh,
like
I thought that it was like the murders took place, and then like a big part of this was like also the power was out for a lot of this.
No, not for a lot of it.
Oh well, I just misremembered then.
But there's
Good movie though. Good movie.
But it mostly follows John Leguizamo and Mira Sorvino and an ensemble cast as they're living their lives, and it's the 70s, so it's like it's kind of grungy and freewheeling and like lots of sex, very horny, lots
maybe
of
that's
lots of
why I like
drugs.
Now it all
we
makes
go.
sense.
No,
Now-
the sex part was what probably convinced me because there's just as much sex in this movie as there is in Boogie Nights, and that's saying something.
Go on.
But it is it's a solid movie. I appreciate what Spike Lee's trying to do here because it's this interesting time capsule where a lot of times when you see movies that are focused in eras like the 60s or the 70s, it's nostalgic for like, oh, it was such a different time. It was so great, you know? And this
so
is
perfect and
This is
saccharine.
pulling back the curtain.
and it's pulling back the curtain in a way where it's nostalgic for the seedier part of the 70s of the stuff that was like
Guys,
really
don't you remember when Times Square was Times Square? When you could just go and get a glory hole beach. Fucking Giuliani.
but it's 2.5 hours long. I think it overstays
It is
its
a
welcome a little
long
bit.
movie.
Yeah, but the performances are good in it. It has a fantastic 70s driven soundtrack.
I knew you'd like that.
And
By the way,
it's-
you gave him a 2.5 hour movie. Don't ever complain about the length of movies I give you.
Okay, Fiddler, calm down.
He called you Fiddler.
Fiddler's great.
But it's I
Overall,
liked it.
you like it?
Overall, I liked it. I
Are you glad you watched it?
yes,
Yeah.
I had wanted to watch it for a while.
Honestly, the types of movies that I like to get, like I really do try to strive to give you, are the ones where you, if you don't love it, it will still fill in some kind of like institutional knowledge.
Oh, yeah,
gaps.
for sure.
Because I
Spike
do,
Lee film.
as much as I give you shit, I do care about you and your career, and so like seeing the rest of Spike Lee's film.
Oh, no, for
filmography,
sure.
You know, that's the kind of stuff. So I also know that I do tend to like, well, that's a revenge film from 1997, and I fucking loved it. Like,
Yeah.
there's only so many of those I can try to give you. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spike Lee's one of those directors. You should probably see most of his films.
Yeah.
Right?
He's a very important filmmaker for a lot of reasons, and not just because he's very talented, but he's a filmmaker that actually has something to say, which is very rare.
It's true. I was very surprised by Adrian Brody's role in it. He plays John Leguizamo's brother, and he's
What did John C. Reilly do in it?
Hey guys, the power's out.
I'm David Berkowitz.
John C. Reilly as David Berkowitz. Hey, I'm gonna shoot you.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing John C. Reilly play David Berkowitz. I bet you could pull it off.
I'm sure he could.
He's a little too tall, but no. Adrian,
Yeah, but so was Hugh Jackman for Wolverine, and that worked out pretty fucking well.
That's a good point. Adrian Brody plays John Leguizamo's brother, who he's part of this like very stereotypical Italian family. Lots of yelling and wanting to fight each other in the streets. And he is into the London punk scene, and so like he has like crazy spiked hair and wears like a Union Jack tank top, and he tries to talk with like a British accent. Everyone's like, "Why the fuck are you talking like that? What are you doing?" But he's also strips at a male strip club and does like gay escorting and stuff like that. So he's like kind of like an outsider in the community. And I was not expecting to see Adrian Brody in a role like that, which was really interesting to see. But yeah, no, it's like I said, I'm glad I watched it, and I appreciate that you gave it to me.
All right. Did you see anything else?
No, that's pretty much it, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we have to talk about the trailer?
Not only do we have to talk about the trailer, you have to sing the trailer song.
Oh my god. No, I don't think that. I wrote a game though, so I'd have to sing the game song. So you should like Nate and I both wrote games, so we have to sing the song. You have to sing the trailer song because we have game songs trailers or game songs to write.
Oh,
that's how it works.
Oh,
it's only fair. You're the only one that didn't bring a game. You have to sing the trailer song.
When you call my name, I like to watch a trailer. I watch it on the web. I like to watch it twice. And you show me the movie. And sometimes I like it. But it's a lot better when I'm watching a trailer, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I was going to cut you off. It didn't sound like you. Okay. You're a little late there. But that's kind of apropos for you. So.
Oh, shit. Double whammy. We're on a ball tonight, folks.
On a ball.
This'll be our last podcast.
We're on a ball tonight, folks. We are just knocking it. Mailed it.
Ugh.
Anyway, Joker Folie GRAS.
Joker Folie Deux.
Joker.
I'm gonna start calling this movie Froker for French Joker.
Joker Folie GRAS is a film.
Joker Degrassi.
Joker Degrassi. Junior high.
We've talked about this before, and I gotta say, I thought the first trailer was pretty insufferable, but then I saw this trailer, and I'm not sure if a movie can feel more pretentious.
If you are truly actively looking forward to seeing this film and you're being real about it, I don't want to be your friend.
I'm not gonna go that far because I know I have a lot of good friends with bad taste. And I don't understand like the hype behind this because like it doesn't look particularly engaging or good, and it just feels like it's trying so hard to be like, oh, we're just the real we're the deep comic book movie, you never really seen the Joker like this, and it's just like, you know what? I don't fucking care. I'm so over this movie already, and like I wish I wasn't. I wish I was excited because Joaquin Phoenix was good in the original movie.
See, that's the thing. I don't want people to think, that we're shitting on his performance because it was an excellent performance in a super pretentious film.
Yeah,
it was just like
which doesn't really know what it's trying to say.
Todd Phillips farted in a jar and sniffed it the entire fucking.
Oh my god! And he's been sniffing farts just like all these past few years.
Anyway, so we saw the trailer, and it's more pretentious than ever. Can we be done with it, please?
Nate, what do you think about this? Because you haven't seen the original Joker, right?
No, I told you guys one of you should assign it to me, and you both said no.
We would not do that to you.
It's that bad.
But I might do it to you.
Why?
I don't know. Just because I know you like...
I mean, you like sad performance stuff, so there you go.
You also like things about, moral questions.
So to me, this feels almost, it's not an indie film, but they're trying to make it seem like an art film.
Oh, yeah,
right?
for sure. 100%.
But it has a $200 million budget. which confuses me. What are they spending $200 million on other than like some explosions?
The salary, the set.
I
Is
mean,
that why?
it's a huge production.
Yeah.
But it's $200 million. Like
The rights to the name Puglisi.
Films are too expensive.
Hold on. So what?
Is that his name? Is that not the name?
Say it again.
Puglisi?
What's Puglisi?
The sad clown?
Pagliacci?
Is that what it is?
Brendan Gleeson.
In the joke, like, you should see the clown that's coming to town.
Yeah.
But sir, I am
Yeah.
Puglisi.
Pagliacci.
Oh, I thought it was Puglisi.
Jesus Christ. He says it in Watchmen out loud.
Wait, what?
The Rorschach tells that joke in Watchmen, the movie.
Oh, the movie I've seen once when it came out in 2004 or
But
whatever?
even besides that, that's a famous thing.
I thought it was pronounced Puglisi.
No, that'd be like if you were saying the Eiffel Tower.
Is that not how you say that? In Paris? That's how you say it.
Jesus
The
Christ.
Eiffel Tower in Paris. Well, anyway. So anyway,
No, there's nothing-
the rights to Puglisi cost $100 million.
If you called it Joker 2, maybe I'd go see it. But that you called it. I don't want to see this.
Nate, do you want to do your game first?
No, you do.
Hey, can I get 2 tickets to Joker Folie Dukes?
I'm Joker.
I'm Joker.
I'm Joker.
I'm Joker.
Benny, I make games all the time. You go, buddy.
All right, let me pull it up here.
No, wait. Are you guys going to sing the game song?
Well, Ben is.
But then you'd have to send me a separate one. Do you want to try to do like
A together song?
Yeah.
Ooh, a duet.
Right.
It's not often Ben gets assistance from Nate with a song.
That's very true.
Why don't you sing Puglisi's theme song?
Here we go. We're gonna play a game. Play a game with Nate and Brad. Here we go. We're gonna play a game. Play a game with Nate and Brad. Here we go. We're gonna play a game. Play a game with Nate and Brad.
Here's the thing. I like that. What I don't like is that all Nate did was bop, 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 bop.
I was
I
going
had no
faster
idea
and
where
faster.
he was going.
I was just
I
going
had no
faster.
idea where he
That's
was
fair.
going with
That's
this
fair.
one.
Much
So-
like this podcast, I was trying to go faster and faster until the fucking wheels came off.
I was really happy that you did bring the famous Madagascar song Afro Circus into.
Is that what that is?
Nate gets that because he has kids.
No.
No, Chris Rock's a zebra character in Madagascar. He goes, da 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 Afro Circus.
I thought I like to play some games. I like to play some games.
There you go.
All right. You want me to do my game first?
Yeah, go ahead, bub.
Yeah, mine's the worst game. I can promise you.
No, that's not true.
This one is called.
You've not heard my game yet.
This one is called Misery's.
This one's called Whose Nuts Are These?
And it's just we're gonna turn off the lights.
I'm going to put some in your hand. And you can tell me whose nuts these are.
Planters or Ben Konowitz's. Misery's sequels is what this game is called. In the novel and the movie adaptation, Paul's character, the guy that is the writer, writes a few different books about the character named Misery.
Okay, yep.
Which one of these is the actual title of a mystery novel that he wrote in the film? Because there are 8 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give you 3.
Remember all of them.
I'm gonna give you 3 choices per, and you just have to chime in with what you think. So I'll go Brad. I'll go Brad, then Nate, then Brad, then Nate.
Uh-huh.
All right? So which of these 3 is a novel that Paul wrote in the movie adaptation of Misery?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
Misery's Journey, Misery's Quest, or Misery's Echo?
Misery's Journey.
Wrong.
Okay.
It's Misery's Quest.
That's what I was going to say.
No, you.
I get the point.
Nate?
No.
Yeah, so this is going to be a game where if you get it wrong, the other person gets a point. So
Yeah,
Nate, you
I
have, Nate, you
got
have 1 point.
Yep.
Misery's Discovery, Misery's Search, or Misery's Secret?
Misery's Secret.
Wrong. Brad gets a point. It was Misery's Search.
How does he get a point?
He literally just said the rules.
No, but you have to guess the
No, he just said if you get it wrong, the other person gets a point. Are you deaf?
No,
No,
it's
I'm going
because
to be honest.
no,
I wasn't listening.
He literally didn't listen to have you confirm the thing that he just said.
and that actually benefited you to start, and that's why I thought you were paying attention.
No, I wasn't.
You know, it's because Nate goes, no, that's what I was going to say. So he thinks
Right.
that's why I got the point. Oh, idiot. All right, Brad, you ready? Mystery's Challenge, Mystery's Purpose, or Mystery's Past?
Isn't it Misery?
Oh.
He
I wrote Misery too, by the way.
He said what he said.
Yeah, you know what? It's Misery's Challenge, Misery's challenge, misery's past, or misery's purpose.
Misery's purpose.
It is wrong.
Shit.
Misery's challenge. So, Nate, you have 2 points right now.
I'm not going to lie. Not the most creative titles for these books.
I know. That's why it's fun. All right, here we go. Nate. Misery's fire.
Yep.
Misery's trial. Misery's stand.
Yeah, no, that's easy. Misery's fire.
It is misery's trial. So now you are 2 and 2. Oh, boy. All right, Brad, you ready?
Yeah.
Misery's triumph. Misery's wish. Misery's truth.
Ooh, Misery's wish.
It is misery's triumph. Nate? This is like flipping a coin.
Yeah.
Eventually, you got to call heads and it'll work, right? All right, we got 3 more. Nate, here you go. Misery's choice. Misery's dilemma. Misery's need.
No, this is what was the first one?
Choice.
Yeah, it's Misery's choice.
It's misery's dilemma. Brad, this is your last shot at it, buddy.
Yep, here we go.
Misery's creation. Misery's love. Misery's heart.
Oh, it's Misery's love.
It is misery's love.
Yes!
All right, Nate, your last chance here, buddy. You can tie him. You ready? Misery's future. Misery's child. Misery's loss.
Misery's loss.
Misery's child.
It's Misery's child.
Yeah.
It is Misery's child.
I remember that one.
Because that actually is,
Yeah.
That's the one she makes him right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's how she brings him back. All right. Now I've got a one-off because I started to rate a second game.
I will say I think that game should have been called Misery Loves Company.
That's good. That's good.
I'm glad you said that. I started writing a second game called Misery Loves Company, and I'm not joking about this. So I only was able to do one because I ran out of time. And of course because we're only doing Misery this time.
Oh, okay.
I'll just do the one. All right. So I'm gonna need a buzzer.
Kiki.
You got Kiki and you got All right. So here we go. So Misery Loves Company. Kathy Bates won the Oscar for her performance as the villainous Annie Wilkes, but she isn't the only person to win an Oscar for playing a baddie. You tell me the actor or actress after I give you a string of words that you can put together to suss out who I'm talking about. You ready?
Sure.
All right. HBO's Yellow Brick Road. Zootopia's Yellowish Fur. Commercials Yellow Colored Treat.
I've got no answer.
So this is an Oscar winner for playing a villain. And they also are associated with HBO's Yellow Brick Road.
Oh, Kiki.
Yep. Zootopia's Yellowish Fur and Commercial's Yellow Colored Treat.
Ernie Hudson.
Incorrect.
Oh.
I still have no answer.
All right, so how about HBO's Oz?
Yeah, that's what.
Zootopia's Lion and Commercial's Yellow M&M.
I'm
I'm guessing.
Brad Garrett.
No, Idris Elba.
No, it's J.K. Simmons.
That's what I
He's
said.
the Yellow M&M. And he's also the Lion in Zootopia, and he's also in HBO's Oz.
I thought Brad Garrett was the yellow M&M.
Nope.
Is it really J.K. Simmons?
Yeah. And before that, it was John Goodman. The red M&M was John Lovitz, and now it is someone different.
It's Billy West.
Yeah, Billy West. There you go. I looked it all up. Brad Garrett actually wasn't in those.
I always thought he was the yellow M&M.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Okay.
So there you go. That was the first one. But I found the yellow thing was clever enough.
It was.
I was trying for that.
All right.
It's funny. Yeah, because yellow treat.
Misery Loves Company, though, right? Because
Yeah, no, it's good.
yeah.
Yellow treat. I thought you were talking about a Twinkie. Which
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. You
All right,
guys,
yeah. I'm
one
ready for
more
your game. Yeah. Fuck yeah, I am, dude.
All right. We're going to call this Hollywood Handlebars. Guess the star.
Hollywood Handlebars.
These are famous actors that often wore mustaches in films based on my love of Tom Skerritt.
Okay. I was going to say, where is this? What's the impetus for this? And now we know.
You get a point if you guess the star, and then you get another point whoever does the best impression of that actor or... No, there's no actresses. Of that actor.
Okay. I was going to say, it's going to be really weird if there's actresses in here.
So, for instance, I will do an example for you. I would say 3 Men and a Little Lady, In and Out, Magnum P.I., Blue Bloods, and you would guess...
Yes, Tom Skerritt. I'd be wrong because it would be...
Tom
Selleck.
Selleck. Correct.
Then it's Farina.
So I will start here.
Did you have fun looking up the fact that I was right about the yellow M&M, Brad?
No, I was responding to a tweet.
I bet you were
And
not.
I will give you the point for who does the best impression.
I did look up the yellow M&M thing before that. Though.
I know you did.
I know he didn't believe you.
Yeah, not at all.
So
I didn't. What I was surprised is that he's been doing it for 22 years.
I know, but you didn't believe him. But
At least at the time that
never did.
that article headline came out.
I do need a buzzer.
Fuck off, Nate.
All right, here we go. Gremlins 2, The New Batch. Rocky 3. Suburban Command.
Fuck off, Nate.
That's Brad.
Hulk Hogan.
All right, Brad gets a point. Whoever does the best impression gets another point. Brad, I'm going to start with you.
Okay, brother, I'm really racist, and I don't really like black people.
Whoa!
That's Hulk Hogan.
All right, my little Hulkamaniacs, what you're going to want to do, you see a black person, you cross the road.
All right.
Ben's impression was better.
Yeah, Ben gets the point. All right, 1-1.
I gotta say, if you're anticipating the guy to be better at being a racist wrestler, it's gonna be Ben.
Fuck you.
All right, Ben gets the point for that one. All right, 1-1. The 10 Commandments. Laura. House on Haunted Hill. The Abominable Dr. Phoebes.
That's not even a
Oh,
movie.
that one.
He's an old actor.
Charlton Heston?
Nope. It was an impression on.
Oh wait, fuck off, Nate.
Yep.
Vincent Price.
Correct.
Oh.
I was saying a famous impression.
All right, do you want to hear our Bill Hader?
Yep. Bill Hader doing Vincent Price.
That's basically what you're going to get.
That's what I was hoping for. Brad, you go or Ben, you go first.
Oh. I hate this so much. There's no warm-up to it. I can't get into it. I just got to go. All right.
Yes, we're going to talk to the kiddies about Halloween.
That's so good. All right.
Yes, I would like to tell you about the stories I have that are very spooky and scary.
Point goes to Brad.
It's so bad. We're so bad at this.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
Next person in Hollywood Handlebars guest the star. Hard Target. In and Out. The Firm. Yep.
Wilford Brimley.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right. We're going to go with Brad to do the first Wilford Brimley.
You know the word. I'm doing the word, and you're going to do the word as well.
Hello, I'm Wilford Brimley, and I have diabetes.
I don't know if I'm going to top that. That's pretty fucking good. Hello, I'm Wilford Brimley, and I have diabetes. That's Brad.
That's Brad.
That's Brad. That's a terrible.
I'm going to go with
That's a
Brad.
terrible Wilford
But
Brimley.
you both get points on that one. Good job. All right. Here we go. From Dusk Till Dawn, Predators, Machete.
Fuck off, Nate.
Yep.
Ooh. Danny Trejo.
Yep. And I think Brad's the only one that could do this impression. Culturally.
I'm doing it.
Wow. Times are changing. Women can do stuff now. That's from Anchorman.
Hey, it's me, Machete.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
I'm going to give that to Ben. All right. The Boondock Saints, Detroit Rock City.
Ben, Ron Jeremy.
Oh my God, you got that way too fast.
Because I remembered that he was in the Boondock Saints. And
I
I immediately was
and,
like, there's
bit
nobody
parts.
famous with a mustache in Boondock
By
Saints.
the way, in bit parts.
Yeah,
He was-
there's a tiny little. I didn't even remember he was in Detroit Rock City.
I didn't even have to get to Orgasmo. All right, Ron Jeremy impression.
Oh boy.
Go ahead, Brad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's me, Ron Jeremy. Look at my huge hog.
That's like if Luigi was a porn star.
I don't know. I've never heard Ron Jeremy talk. I don't know
4
what he sounds
points goes to Ben.
To Ben for Luigi porn star.
Hey, look at my huge head. They call me the hedgehog because I got a huge schlongy over here.
Ugh.
All right, here we go.
Does any of the ladies want to see it and touch it?
The Hero, Roadhouse.
Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott.
All right, go ahead. Do your first.
And his name was the Dude.
Okay, what do you got, Brad?
I kind of like that he's out there. You know, the Dude.
I'm going to give 2 points to Brad. On
Neither of them were very good.
No.
2 points?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
No, I gave you 4 points in the last one.
Oh.
So I just,
It's just a point for the person and a point for the
I'm
impression.
just giving random points.
Oh, okay.
I'm
the
friggin-
points don't matter.
Let me try a different one. My hair just falls off when it's completed its journey. It's from Parks and Recreation.
That's a good one. I loved his parking.
It's not a home. It's not a road home. It's a roadhouse.
Okay, yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there. Anybody else?
Anybody else?
No?
Nate?
No, I can't. All right, here we go. Boogie Nights, Smokey and the Bandit.
Burt Reynolds.
All right, what do you got?
Oh, boy.
Ugh.
That's how he laughs.
What was that?
That's how he laughs. Look it up. That's how Burt Reynolds laughs.
Brad, what do you got?
It's a oversized hat. It's funny.
That's Norm Macdonald.
It's funny because it's bigger than a normal hat. See?
I love SNL, so Brad gets 2 points. I host an SNL podcast. All right, here we go. Devs.
No, hold on. That's Burt
No,
Reynolds
but
laughing.
they needed to be.
And what did I do?
You went.
Yeah, yours more as like a Mario.
Yeah, like a David Letterman laugh.
Oh, it was fuck. Well, fuck both of you. That was closer than Brad's stupid bullshit.
Hey, why don't you do?
Hey, I'm Smokey and or the Bandit.
Hey, why don't you do Luigi plowing chicks again?
Hey, it's me, Luigi. You know, my brother, he's laying the pipe, but I'm really laying the pipe. You know what it is? I got a green outfit, and he's green within me because I'm a monster cock.
Oh my god!
Nobody's listening at this point anyway. All right.
Hey, the only time I play it too is in an orgy. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh, yuck.
All right, here we go. Devs, The Great North, Pam and Tommy. Yep.
Nick Offerman.
Yes. Who's got the first impression?
No, I said all of the bacon and eggs that you have.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
That's my wife Tammy, who is a real bitch.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
spot on.
better. That's
Yeah.
that's really good.
That's
Brad.
my wife Tammy, who's a real. Yeah, I can't even do it.
No, you got you. There's a there's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
like
That's my. Yeah, that's my wife Tammy.
yeah.
She's a real
He starts
bitch.
a little higher and then
Yeah.
goes lower.
I like that. Good job, Brad.
Yeah, good job.
Hey,
buddy.
thanks.
I gives you 6 points for that.
All right. Pecker. Pink flamingos. Hairspray.
Fuck off, Nate.
Fuck.
John Waters.
Yep. What do you got?
Hi, I'm John Waters, and this is The Creep.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
Who wants to watch a movie with me, John Waters?
Oh, cool. Snagglepuss showed up to the podcast.
It's hard. It's hard to do. You fucking know it. Put my ass on the line here, trying my best.
Oh my goodness, guys. I don't know if I'm going to get out of this pickle today. Someone came over here and took all my ham.
I think you guys are turning into like Bruce.
Yeah, it's
Flange.
Bruce Valanche is over here in the center square on Hollywood Squares. I'm a famous director. How dare you?
That's leaning more to Charles Nelson Riley.
You said it.
But Alec Baldwin is Charles Nelson Riley.
I'm just gonna start flipping glitter out, and you just call me what is that?
Rip Taylor?
Rip Taylor, exactly.
The boys from Jackass do it again.
They're doing it all the time. I'm John Waters.
That's not even what John Waters sounds like.
I don't know what John Waters sounds like. I can't remember.
We're having fun.
Shit.
All right, guys, that was Hollywood Handlebars Guest
Yes,
Star. Thanks
good.
so much for playing. You guys.
I would like to
both win.
point out that John Waters' mustache is a pencil mustache.
It is. It is a pencil mustache.
It's very tiny.
Are you nitpicking that it's not an actual handlebar mustache?
No, it's a.
Most of those
no,
are not
I mean,
handlebar mustaches.
Yeah, those
Brad.
are
I
handlebars
know.
being a mustache.
I just wanted to point out that John Waters is a very special mustache.
It is a mustache.
Yeah, it's a mustache. We get it.
All right, that's all I got for you guys. Sorry, sorry, I couldn't figure out a better game.
That was a great
That was
game.
pretty fun.
That Blue Misery Loves Company on the fucking water. Hey, here, guess some stupid fake novel titles. Hey, you fucking jamook.
What's that?
I don't even know.
Isn't it a jamoke or is it
I
jamoke?
don't
No, I know what Jamoke is, but I just don't know what voice he was doing.
know. Ron Jeremy's brother, Paul Jeremy.
Oh, okay.
It's me, Paul Jeremy. A lot of times I gotta wipe him off afterwards.
Oh.
It's not the best job in the world. The thing is, he does not pay me. It is hard work now, especially since he has been since he's been in jail.
Oh,
even
yeah.
harder.
I'll bet.
He's been hard on the
Is he
family.
in jail?
Oh yeah, no, he did the rapes. It was hard for everybody to talk about
He
it.
turned into like a
Yeah,
Kennedy.
Paul's got a speech impediment.
No,
now.
he-
He turned into Kennedy. He's like,
That's
"It
right.
was
My
hard."
brother Ron, he had so much sex and porn, and I had to clean him up so many times on set. You wouldn't believe how many times he blasted all over.
Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah, Chappiquiddick Nate, we called him.
All right, so let's talk about
Chappaquiddick,
trailers.
is that what it is?
Chappaquiddick.
Chappaquiddick.
You Chappaquiddick.
Saw that film.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I was
Oh,
saying
that's nice.
Some serious turns by Ed Helms and Jim Gaffigan in that.
Sounds like
movie.
we're going to get Chappaquiddick for Brad. We're going to get Joker for Nate. And what's my movie going to be? Because we could just settle this right now and be done
Homeward
with
Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco.
it. Seen it.
No, you haven't.
Sorry, I got kids
Own
now,
it.
so I have. They have terrible
Oh, I know.
choices. Yeah.
3 Ninjas.
I'll watch 3
High
Ninjas.
Noon at Mega Mountain.
Oh, no! No!
Hey, that's a good Hulk impression.
All
well,
right, guys. Well, we did something. I don't know what the fuck
what
today
a great
was.
episode we had. Boy, what a treat.
I can't wait for you to text me in 3 days, Nate.
I will.
Okay. This has been so much fun. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?